Today I want to talk about the classification of crimes, criminals, according to the media and according to law enforcement. I thought it was really interesting to hear when they talked about Terrence Crutcher, and some of the articles that I read, he was referred to as the suspect. And I was like, the suspect of what? I think it's really interesting the way they choose to classify people. When the guy killed the people in Washington at the mall, they said, we don't think this is terrorist behavior. And I said, what is the requirement for it to be terrorist behavior? Do you have to be Muslim? Because that's a terroristic act. The guy in Houston who just shot all those people, that's terrorism, guys. I don't think that your race or your religion should be what stipulates what terrorism is. I will say this, terrorism is alive and well here and all around the world, and we have to be real about what it is. If you're a Muslim, if you're a KKK member, it's all terrorism to us, and I think we need to stop sugarcoating it. It's not just mental illness. Some people are just pure evil.
The AFL-CIO, the nation's largest labor federation, officially backs the Dakota Access Pipeline project, citing high-quality jobs. Not everybody in the AFL-CIO is happy about that. Actually, there was a leak that came from this. It was sent by the North American Building Trades Union, and they basically accused the Amalgamated Transit Union, the National Nurses United, who worked a lot with Bernie Sanders, the Communication Workers of America, and the Postal Workers Union of associating with environmental extremists and helping push propaganda. What this is revealing is that there still is this big divide, not only within the left, between labor and environment, but also within the AFL-CIO and within the labor union space, between environmentalist unions and those that are just, they want the jobs right now and they're concerned about the short term. They're saying, you know, in the long run, we're all dead. Let's be focused on getting good jobs right now, good paying union jobs. But the problem is the long run is right here.
If you remember the story of Amin Mohammed, his parents are suing Fox News and Glenn Beck for defamation of character and a small fee of $15 million, which Glenn Beck can probably write a check for today if he needed to, because they kept misinterpreting and falsely reporting on labels that they were assigning the kid. Amin Mohammed brought in a pencil case that he turned into a digital clock, which was mistaken entirely for a hoax bomb. Right? He did this to impress his teacher. There was an interview with him, and it's devastating because now he said, quote, he feels like he's going to get shot, or there's a higher chance he'll get shot because people are going to see this in the media, because people watching that medium at that time don't have any other source of news from there besides, oh, a 12-year-old Muslim kid brings in a bomb. But that's not the case at all. They kept referring it to a hoax bomb months after the story took place, which is deplorable for so many reasons. They brought on a lawyer, and they called him a suit, which I think was pretty funny. The suit references similar remarks made on Fox News in 2015 by commentators Ferguson and Shapiro, demands that all defendants retract their comments and apologize on air, which would be the most major step for certain media news organizations I've ever seen. More news outlets should be required to apologize when they are falsely reporting on information, if it is found that they are falsely reporting on information. And also, whatever happened to having some degree of humility? There's nothing wrong with it. If you're wrong about something, it's much easier. It should be easier to admit when you're wrong, but the easier thing to do is just chase the rabbit down the hole and keep digging it until it passes over from the next headline that might read, Clock Bomb Kid, Amin Mohammed files defamation suit.